Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to Visit Berlin, 5 things you will love and hate about Berlin, Germany. Thank you so much for the support guys. We almost in the 4,000 subscribers. Somehow we have 3,824 as today and right now during this video. We're gonna be reacting to more video. Hopefully you guys can help me get to that 4,000. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers, but 4,000 for now should be the short goal. We're gonna react to more traveling and things you might like from Berlin. Let's jump in.
Hi guys, Mark here with Walter's World, and we're in Berlin, Germany, in front of the Rotes Rathaus, or the Red Town Hall. I actually used to go to school around here. I lived in Berlin for 2.5 years, and I love this city. But even in some of my favorite cities I've lived in, there are things I love, of course, but there's also things I hate. And that's why we have the 5 things you're gonna love and hate about visiting Berlin, Germany. Now, the first thing you're not going to like is the fact that Berlin is actually a huge city. Because it was divided by the wall, there actually is multiple centers. You have a center here in the east, like Alexanderplatz, and you have a center in the west on the Kudamm, and they have the new center at Potsdamer Platz, and it's very much spread out. So if you want to go to Potsdam or Wannsee, it can take you 45 minutes on the S-Bahn. I mean, you're going to spend a lot of time in transport because of the size. But what's cool about the size thing is that you do have so many different
That's
features.
him? Wow, it look young though.
Here, you get to feel what it was like in East Germany and West Berlin and the new center, all the new vibes that are here. But just realize it is a huge city and it's going to take you time to get around. So you can't necessarily walk to every single one of the sites. You will have to use public transport. The second thing you might not like about Berlin is this is a very international city, very cosmopolitan, but it is not a German city. Guys, you're just as likely, I should say, to hear English or Spanish or Italian as you are of hearing German when you're here. So just realize if you're looking for that, Fachwerk or half-timbered housing kind of stuff, you're not going to get that here in Berlin. You're going to get, great Greek restaurants and Turkish restaurants and all kinds of other stuff, but it's not super German here. It's a very cosmopolitan city, okay? Very international.
Wow, I didn't know that. I mean, can you hear? Oh, sorry, man. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the city itself is very internationalized. I don't know. I'm feeling mixed about that. I'm feeling very mixed. Let me know what you guys think. I'm a little mixed feeling on that one.
Third thing you're not going to like about it, and this is one thing, if you haven't been to Berlin before, you won't notice it, but I lived here in the late 90s, early 2000s, and Berlin really has seemed to sold its soul to capitalism. You'll see Starbucks on every corner, Dunkin' Donuts, KFC, all of these things, and you kind of feel like, wait, Berlin was this alternative capital, and now it seems like the alternative capital has kind of sold its soul to capitalism, and you lose some of that, feeling you had in the 80s, 90s when you used to come here with the, the fall of the wall and all this kind of stuff. And now it's just kind of turned into one of these more just cosmopolitan cities, which is cool, and I'll talk about that later, but just realize that the heart and soul of Berlin seems to be getting sold to capitalism, and you'll be like, oh, there's another Starbucks, oh, there's a KFC, oh, McDonald's, Burger King. So that's kind of a sad thing you might not like when you're here. The fourth thing you're not going to like about Berlin is, guys, when you go around, since it is a capital, and there's a lot of people here with money, you do have a lot of beggars, going around. But the thing is, the one
beggars in Germany, street scam. When I was in Italy, there was a lot of street scams. Man, I hated it, man. When I was in Italy, man, I didn't like that. There was a lot of street scams, a lot of them.
I look at that kind of scare me or scare the tourists I see are Die Penner, or the guys that, they have the dog, they're begging for money, they got the dreadlocks, they look kind of scary. Now, they're not going to do anything to you, but I have seen them kind of scare tourists, and so people give them money because they're worried about it. They're not going to do anything. The police do a good job of controlling them, but watch out, because it's not just the German guys that are here. There's other beggars here that you need to pay attention to, but that is kind of takes a drag on your visit when you are here, so watch out for them. And the fifth thing you might not like about Berlin, which I kind of liked when I was here, this is what the other Germans wouldn't like, and that's die Berliner Schnauze, or the Berliners have their nose up in the air. Oh, we're the capital. We're better. We don't have to be as good as service. We're the awesomest city in the country, which they are. But just know that if you're looking for that friendly German, village kind of feel, you're not going to get that here, okay? But it is a very cosmopolitan city. Just like if you go to New York, you're not going to get that friendly South, Georgia feel.
Good point. It's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, you go to New York City, that's the worst American experience ever you're going to get. I'm telling you right now. Do not go to New York, please. You're gonna go to New York, go to the outskirts, countryside, but not. Nah, but I think I understand where he's coming from.
And this is Berlin, okay? So those are the 5 things you're not going to like about coming to Berlin. But guys, this city is fantastic. I wouldn't even worry about any of those 5 hates because they're easy to get over. Now, what are the 5 things you're going to love when you come here? Now, the first thing you're going to love is, guys, Berlin is Germany in that it's German history right here. You can see the recent past, how it's been redeveloping on Potsdamer Platz and the change coming together. You can see how it was in East Germany by going to Alexanderplatz or going to, Lichtenberg, and you can see all the districts there and see what it was like to live in the East. You can go to the West and see how it was, with the getting through the blockades and all of those kind of things. I mean, it's just so much German history here. Going to the Brandenburg Gate, seeing where the wall was. Sachsenhausen, they do have a concentration camp here, so you can see the bad side of German history, the horrible side of German history. There's so much history here that you can really take in, because, I mean, nations were built and collapsed here in this city, and it is just fantastic. So that's the best thing, is the German history you can really take in here. Now, the second thing you're gonna love here is, guys, Berlin is a very amazing art and museum city. They have hundreds of museums here, and guys, the museum island has 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. You got the Pergamon Museum with the Ishtar Gates, the gates of like Babylon. I mean, it's just fantastic to check out. That's my favorite museum here. You got the Bodas Museum, you have the Neues Museum, or New Museum, where you can see the bust of Nefertiti. I mean, there's so many great museums in here in town. You can go check it out. Checkpoint Charlie Museum, mixed museum and history. See where people used to come through the wall and learn about the history of people trying to escape from East Germany and East Berlin. It is just fantastic. So the second thing are the great museums here. Now, the third thing you're gonna like about when you come here is, guys, Berlin is where 3 worlds meet. You have the East from the time of East Germany, you have the West from West Germany, and then you have the New Germany in the middle. And that's one of those things I just love, because I'm here on Alexanderplatz, and I've got, the communist style buildings here. I've got the Weltzeituhr, I can go down to the Soviet Memorial farther into the east. I can get that kind of feel here. Also, I can head to Kudamm and feel the West.
And I'm glad he has a beautiful family, man. God bless him.
There, and go to KaDeWe and see the Kaiser Wilhelm Gedächtniskirche, or the Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church that was destroyed in the war, and they left us a memorial. I mean, and then you can go to Potsdamer Platz and the Sony Center and see the brand new Berlin, and it's so cool because it's like seeing 3 cities for the price of 1. And Berlin is very cheap compared to the rest of Germany, just FYI.
Really?
The fourth thing you're gonna love about Berlin is, guys, there's a lot of green space here, whether you're going to Grunewalde, the green forest out by Potsdam, or you're going to the Tiergarten, the big, huge park here in the center of town, and where the Siegessäule is, you can see people sunbathing, natural if you like, in the summer. Right now it's a little chilly for that. I mean, there's so much green space, and really the people here have though it's cold here, they have a very outdoors kind of life, because you see people biking all the time. They've got all these parks, and people enjoy the parks. We used to go to the park. We were college kids. We would go to the park and spend our days there because it was so open, and there's so many, which is great. So you're gonna love that green open space, so you can have the big city and then have the nice quiet picnic at the same time. And the fifth thing you're gonna love about coming to Berlin is the international vibe and kind of life of this city. Guys, Berlin has fantastic clubs if you like clubbing. And I'm too old to go clubbing now, so I like to go to jazz clubs. They've got jazz, they've got blues music, they have Friedrichshain, Prince Lauerbed.
And by that picture you can tell they're very safe too. Well, I don't know how safe it is now. Well, there's a lot of immigrants, but I would like to know how safe it is. But it seems like people like to go out and just spend some time outside, but it looks safe from here.
Great places to go have cocktails, tons of fantastic restaurants, great nightlife for all ages. There's tons of stuff for kids, and all this stuff going on gives this amazing international vibe and life of the city that you really do enjoy. And that's one of the reasons, this is one of my favorite places I've ever lived in the world, and I always come back here because it is one of the best cities in the world. Now, those are the 5 things that I love and hate about coming to Berlin. I hope that helps you enjoy your Berlin tour. If you want to learn more about Berlin, top 10 sites, guys, there's so many more to see than just 10. 5 things you love and hate about Germany. Check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter and Facebook, and we appreciate all your likes and subscriptions. Bye from Berlin.
Wow, he looks very young on this one. When was this? Damn! 10 years ago, bro. 10 years ago, my God. 10 years ago, 2013. Wow. I went back here. Wow. Oh, man. Such a good lot. He's such a great guy, man. Such a great guy. Make sure you guys go to his channel, subscribe. You haven't. Such a great guy, man. Very good advice. He's been living there for quite some time now, so I trust what he's saying. And when it comes down to food review, he's on top on my list. He's very good at it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.